Hallelujah, family, and praise the Most High today. Hallelujah, praise the highest Yahuah today. Family, it is another gorgeous day here in the Carolinas, and we're so glad to see it. Hallelujah, beautiful day. Nice little breeze blowing, not too high. Bright sunshine. It's going to be a scorcher today. I might as well quit saying it, huh? But that's just what we get here in the Carolinas. Them hot, sunshiny days. Making the grass grow, making the corn grow, making the beans grow. Hallelujah. Thank the Most High, family, for being so good to us. He's so worthy of our praise, all our honor, all our glory, all our esteem, as some of our brothers like to say. I hope everyone else is well, and like myself, you're able to get out and enjoy this day. Hope you have fair weather in your neck of the woods, so you can get in some exercise and some fresh air, and some of this beautiful sunshine. Hallelujah. Family, we do have an idea today. To say the least, we have an idea that we need to share. And it's quite a popular one here these days. But we need to add on to it because we share it all the time. But we're going to do a few minutes studying over it, or seeing what the text says about it. And the idea is, since we are unapologetically the children of Yahuah, who their daddy? Or who they daddy? Who they daddy? Since we are unapologetically the children of Yahuah, who they daddy? Hallelujah. And unapologetically means in a manner that does not acknowledge or express regret. No, we don't express no kind of regret. We're not apologetic. We're not sorry. We stand boldly in who we are, because we know we're the children of Ezekiel 37. Them bones that the Most High has awakened here in these last days. See, this is what the Great Awakening is all about. The Most High's children waking up to whom they are, to who they are, as the light, the salt, and the city. Yahushua came to pay that price and showed us how to walk it out. And now is the time that them 400 years have been exhausted. In other words, we have served our time. Let me up out of here. Hallelujah. What we're speaking on today is those folks that say that they're us, but they're not. And you don't have to take our word for it. We're going to look in the text where most preachers won't. They can't teach on this subject. They can't preach on this subject. And even when you look it up, it says most evangelistic circles believe differently about this script than we do, because they're paid agents to continue to lie, to kick the can up the road. But the can has been stopped and squashed and put in the recycle bin to be melted. And we looked at Revelations 2 and 9 and Revelations 3 and 9. Most preachers cringe when they hear these verses. They don't even want to hear other people talk on them, because they know it's exposing their lies and their alibis. The text says, I know your works and tribulation and poverty, but you are rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Hasatan. So who is he talking to? I know your works and tribulation and poverty, but you are rich. He's talking to us folks, our people. The ones that was putting in the work. And some of them were partially putting in the work, but he was telling them, you got to know who you are. Once you understand who you are, then the question is already answered. Who ain't? Revelations 3:9 says, Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Hasatan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before your feet, and to know that I have loved you. To know that you my chaps, you my kids, you my beloved ones, you're my inheritance. You're the apple of my eye. Hallelujah. And as the text says, we're the only nation that Yahuah has known. No other nation has he known. Meaning intercourse into you. Knowing. It means intercourse between a man and a woman, but when you're talking about the Most High and us, he comes inside of us and makes his abode and fills us with his Ruach HaKodesh. And the word of the day is impetus. Impetus. And it's a force or impulse that causes something such as a process or activity to be done and to become more active. And in a sentence, her work provided the major impetus behind the movement. The next sentence is the tragic accident became an impetus for changing the safety regulations. In the third sentence, the high salary and generous benefits package were impetus enough to apply for the job. So impetus is like motivation. As we spoke on that word in a prior recording, motivation means to push something forward, to expedite a situation, to be the wind in your sail. So the question is, since we know they ain't, what would be the major impetus Yahuah uses to make these imposters come and worship at our feet? It has to be huge, family, for them to finally forfeit the delusion after all this time. It has to be a major shift in their thinking, because the text does say, make them. So this sounds involuntary to me. They're not going to do it too fast. They're not going to say, yes, sir, we see the light. We're going to line on up. Oh, he said he's going to make them. We do know that Yahuah can and will turn hearts however he chooses, as we see in Proverbs 21, 1 through 4. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahuah, as the rivers of water. He turns it wherever so he wills, whithersoever he will. Pardon me. He turns it whithersoever he will. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but Yahuah ponders the heart. To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to Yahuah than sacrifice. A high look and a proud heart and the plowing of the wicked is sin. I believe this is what turns not only them folks' hearts, but also every nation of the earth that put our people under subjection as well. And we see this in Zechariah 14, 12 through 21. The day of Yahuah. They don't like to preach on this subject either. They call it the day of the Lord. They don't want it. They don't want that smoke. They like, nah, we'll leave that one alone too. See, they can't preach on these subjects because they don't understand them. And the main reason is it points the finger at their boss, their daddy, their master. And this is 12. And this shall be the plague which Yahuah will strike all the people who fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall dissolve while they stand on their feet. Their eyes shall dissolve in their sockets, and their tongues shall dissolve in their mouths. Uh-oh. What does that sound like, family? When you standing on your feet, and all of a sudden, your flesh melts off your bones. Your eyes melt out of your sockets, and your tongues melt out of your mouth. What would cause such a thing? Can you tell me? That kaboom boom. The earth shaking. Kaboom boom. Yeah, we all know what that is.